clear Quran app, bringing knowledge to your fingertips. Our YouTube channel offers a wide variety of educational videos, enriching minds with every view. Visit our booth to learn more.
Welcome to MIG Hub, where we are committed to nurturing, empowering, and transforming lives. Our mission is to create a safe and supportive space for growth, personal development, and lifelong learning within the special needs community. At MIG Hub, we proudly support individuals with special needs, from young children to adults, fostering an inclusive environment where everyone has the chance to thrive. But our work doesn't stop at education. Through initiatives like MIG Takeout and our MIG Academy courses, we empower not only our students, but also their caregivers and educators, each step forward making a lasting impact on lives. Our vision? To continuously expand our services, reaching more families and communities worldwide, ensuring that no one is left behind. Join us in this mission of change. Together, we can make a difference and empower the special needs community for a brighter future.
I started Back to the Future Mentoring Academy because I saw a decline in the emotional and spiritual well-being in the Muslim community. I wanted to find a way to bring up the morale of the adults and children in our ummah, help them be strong and resilient in their identity and in their faith. I could see the effect the lack of resilience was having in the upbringing of our young children and youth. And so I felt that the best place to start was working with parents and teachers and school communities. My goal is to teach them how to engage with children with confidence, compassion and inner calm. Children have even come up to me and thanked me because their parents don't yell at them anymore. And the feedback that I've got from the children is incredible. Take a look at this. I want Muslims to know we are all okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran that He will never burden us with more than we can bear. So we must be okay.
Senyum bang, senyum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wait. 1, 2, 3. Assalamualaikum. Parenting is a journey filled with ups and downs, but at the heart of it, it's all about building trust, connection, and love with our children.
Absolutely. As parents, we want to guide them to become the best version of themselves, but it starts with understanding their world, emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
And that's why we are passionate about sharing our experiences and research through our books and workshops, from raising children, teenagers with kindness and values,
to help them develop resilience, leadership, and a strong sense of purpose.
Together, we believe that the right balance of love and discipline, every child can thrive.
Join us at Coleman Super Dad Consultancy to discover how you can build a stronger bond with your children. Parenting with purpose for a better tomorrow.
At Shakhsiyah schools, we nurture Shakhsiyah Islamiyah. That is a sense of Muslim selfhood and a sense of purpose within children. We ask, who am I? What is my relationship with myself, with Allah, and with Allah's creations? At Shakhsiyah schools, we work on the basis of 7 key educational principles derived from classical Islamic thought.
Shakhsiyah Islamiyah is about actively, consciously choosing to be Muslim, understanding what Islam is, understanding the world around us, understanding everything else that other people might be saying, and yet committing to having a relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in Hadaka, what we do is we give children an opportunity to sit down. We follow the prophetic methodology of sitting on the floor in a circle. It's about getting them to ask the question about what Islam means for the world today, in a world that often challenges Islam. They get to sit and think through those ideas and those questions and have that dialogue so that they're ready to live their Islam in the wider world.
open 10 minutes later.
Join us as we delve deeper into innovative practices in Islamic pedagogy conducted at our
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Like everyone, so, because when it finishes, we'll say something.
What does tarbiyah mean to you? Learning, discipline, love, growth. Tarbiyah can be all of these things if we are willing to do our homework. If parents and teachers work together so that students hear the same message at school and at home. If Islam is conveyed in an engaging way so that our children run to the deen and not away from it. Tarbiyah should be a holistic approach that balances intellectual, emotional, physical, and spiritual growth. This approach is at the heart of the Tarbiyah International curriculum. It is built from the ground up by our research team. Each subject and program has a purpose and learning objectives linked to Islamic sources. And the educational philosophy and pedagogy are inspired by the Sunnah. Academic excellence, original Islamic content, technology across the curriculum, and a host of special programs and activities. If we do our homework, we won't struggle to answer our children's questions about life. We won't be left to wonder if we did enough to equip them for success in this world and the next. This was our hope in designing this curriculum. This is our hope in sharing it with you. The Tarbiyah International Curriculum from Skylight Education Solutions.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Malaysia. We at ICRA Asia are on a quest to make excellent Islamic curriculum affordable and easily available in this region and beyond. We are honored to represent ICRA International Education Foundation as their authorized distributor. ICRA International Educational Foundation is at the forefront of researching and advancing Islamic knowledge. Drawing from the expertise of over 150 scholars and educators, our books and curriculum are used in over 1,000 schools worldwide. We operate the largest Islamic bookstore and mail order service in the United States. ICRA's teacher training program has been implemented in hundreds of schools, and we helped pioneer the first standardized test in Islamic studies. For over 40 years, ICRA has been the leader in promoting quality Islamic education in North America and around the world. For inquiries, please email us at contact@ikra-asia.com or WhatsApp us at +65 8122 313.
Alright. Should we go? We're good to go?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh once again. Can we all take our seats so we can commence our program? Firstly, we'd like to acknowledge that the videos that we just watched are our wonderful sponsors for this event.
and for the GIS retreat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all of the people who have sponsored so generously towards this event, inshaAllah. Brother Habib.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
So Dr. Aida, so look, this is a gala, but we are educators, and we have to do things differently. So if it's okay, can I kind of take a little, little difference, change to this a little bit? Is that okay?
How about we do the Quran recitation first, and then we'll shake things up.
All right. So we'll have a Quran recitation. So what I'll kind of do is can I just start off with a little intro before that?
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sayyidi wa Sadati, Khawateen Hazrat, Tuan Tuan Don Puan Puan. Bagos? Shway shway, maafi mushkil, maraga. All right, welcome to the 3rd annual GAIS Gala. I'm your host, Habib Khadri, and that is Dr.
Aida Sakari.
So, alhamdulillah, we're both going to try to keep you entertained for a nice 2-hour event. Don't worry, don't you fikr, just do zikr. I was just kidding. All right. So with that, let's go ahead with this recitation of the Holy Quran, because that's what we do. We educate our kids so they can have a relationship with Allah and the Quran. So with that, who's going to start off the recitation of the Holy Quran? Dr. Aida?
Jazakallah khair, Brother Habib. Insha'Allah, we have Ustaz Haji Zaidan, Haji Ismail. He is a Quran recitation trainer for schools in Gombak district and Selangor state. Jury for Al-Quran recitation championships. Insha'Allah, he will be blessing us with barakah and reciting from Surat Al-Imran, verses 159 to 163. Can I please ask Ustaz Haji Zaidan, Haji Ismail to come to the stage? Jazakallah khair.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فبما رحمة من الله لنت لهم ولو كنت فظا غليظ القلب لانفضوا من حولك فاعف عنهم واستغفر لهم وشاورهم في الأمر فإذا عزمت فتوكل على الله إن الله يحب المتوكلين إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم وإن يخذلكم فمن ذا الذي ينصركم من بعده وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون وما كان لنبي أن يغول ومن يغل يأت بما غل يوم القيامة ثم توفى كل نفس ما كسبت وهم لا يظلمون أفمن اتبع رضوان الله كمن باء بسخط من الله ومأواه جهنم وبئس المصير هم درجات عند الله والله بصير بما يعملون لقد من الله على المؤمنين إذ بعث فيهم رسولا من أنفسهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين صدق الله العظيم.
Takbir. Allahu Akbar. Jazakallah khair. And us being educators and having Quran teachers, as the Prophet reminds us, خَيْرُكُم مِّن تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَ, the best among you learns Quran and teaches it. So may Allah bless all of our religious teachers and Allah put barakah in it. So with that, talking about best, there's educators. And there's some educators that says, I want to just go help out my school, maybe my community, maybe my country. But there's some people who have white hair, have glasses, and they think to themselves, South Africa, I'm getting kind of bored. I want to do something else. I want to go and call some other people. Let me look in North America. Let me go look in Asia. Let me go look in UK and try to call people because I'm bored. I want to have a meeting. I need a way for me to leave my house, an excuse for my family to actually leave and say I have some meeting, so-called meeting in Turkey from all places. So they decided to have a meeting in Turkey. So this individual, I think we need to recognize who this individual is. So Dr. Ayla, can you give me some more information about this organization called GIS, and there's some founder or president?
Apparently.
Who wants to say a few words?
Well,
because he's bored again?
But before we do that, let's hold that thought.
Okay.
We need to shake things up a little bit.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because we don't need him to talk right now. We need to be educators. New idea. I like that. Information, new ideas from the land down under, Australia. Go ahead. Bring those ideas. Because educators, we need new things. Please go ahead.
Well, since Australia is down under, we like to do things at the core, at the foundation, and work our way up, rather than starting from the top and coming down. And so in true down under fashion, apparently, let's go with that analogy. I want to play a game with everyone. And I think this game is going to help us really understand, truly understand, at the end of this magnificent gathering, the purpose and the intention and the vision of the Global Association of Islamic Schools, inshallah. So the game is, all of you have to participate. Everyone must have their devices handy. I want you all to contemplate this. You won't get the answers today. You'll get them at the end. I want you all to contemplate the revival of Islamic education as a child. Contemplate the revival of Islamic education as a child. I want to say that one more time. Contemplate Islamic education, the revival of Islamic education as a child. And while you are contemplating that, you have to make a decision. This child that you're contemplating, based on your own personal idea, your own personal intention, you're the parent. I'm giving ownership. Okay. Would you build a bridge or a bike in raising that child? Now, what you have to do is, using the QR code on the screen, do we have that? QR code? Oh, you don't have that? Okay. All right. We won't do that. We'll do it manually.
Gotcha. No problem.
Yeah? So while you are thinking about, listening to, being inspired by everything that's happening tonight, at the end of the evening, I'm going to ask you all to vote on whether you would build a bridge or a bike to raise the revival of Islamic education. The answer will come at the end. I'll leave that with you.
All right, I like it. All right, a bridge or a bike? You make the call. Don't get worried. Time is of the essence. We are going to assess you at the end. We're going to see what you do to your kids. Feel it, understand it, live it, be teachers. Go again.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep
Without
things
further
going.
ado then, I would like to introduce the inspirer, the motivator, the person that Brother Habib spoke to and referred to so eloquently. Zafar Ahmed is the founder and president of the Global Association of Islamic Schools. He has served for over 38 years in the education sector. Zafar served as deputy headmaster and head of boarding at Summit College, an Islamic Schools Association of South Africa affiliated independent school, and Gauteng. He also served as principal at Al-Ghazali College and the Port Shepstone Islamic School before joining Al-Falah College in 2009, where he currently serves as principal in the high school. Zafar Ahmed served as past chairperson of the Association of Muslim Schools in Natal and as an executive member of the National Association of Muslim Schools in South Africa. He is also the Deputy CEO of Awqaf South Africa, MashaAllah, a philanthropic Awqaf organization serving the needs of all South Africans. Brother Zafar, can you please come and inspire us with your words?
Jazakallah khair. As Brother Zafar walks up, you notice that his beard matches his scarf. I thought that was really nice. Supporting the Palestinian cause on all fronts.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aida. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. All praises and thanks belong to Allah, the eternally merciful Creator, Nourisher and Sustainer of the universe. Our purest choices, salutations, durood and salam to our spiritual master, the best of Allah's creation, the most distinguished of the prophets, and a mercy to all of humanity, our beloved Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ladies and gentlemen, school leaders, members of the Global Association of Islamic Schools Education Community, and invited community leaders from the Malaysian community, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Indeed, it is only through the grace and special mercy of Allah that we are able to gather here in this beautiful country of Malaysia for this event hosted by the Global Association of Islamic School, this time under the theme, Revival Rooted in Tradition. It would be remiss of me if I did not seize this opportunity to acknowledge on your behalf the dedicated members of the steering committee, the board, and the logistics committee who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes for months on end to make this event possible. This team effort was led by our Vice President Fahad Harun from Pakistan. Can I please ask you to join me in applauding him and his team for the work they've done so far. On your behalf, I also wish to acknowledge with profound gratitude the presence of a number of special guests and community leaders from Malaysia who have also been invited to join us for this gala dinner. Respected guests, I won't be long. I have just two short announcements to do in the time allocated to me. Firstly, for the benefit of the community members and dignitaries from the Malaysian community that we've invited, I would like to present an introduction to the Global Association of Islamic School for their benefit, and I beg your indulgence because it's a repeat of what I did on the opening night. Secondly, I'm delighted to announce and unveil the next exciting project of the Global Association of Islamic Schools, and these are the two things I wish to cover in the time allocated to me, inshallah. We established the Global Association of Islamic Schools just under 3 years ago, at the beginning of 2022. And only by the grace of Allah, we have already made a lasting and profound impact on the global Islamic school landscape. To appreciate the value proposition of the Global Association of Islamic Schools, it is important to understand the current global context of private Islamic schools. Currently, there is no credible information of how many private Islamic schools actually exist in the world. But what we do know is that Islamic schools throughout the world exist or operate in three contexts. Firstly, as individual entities with little or no affiliation, with little or no interaction with any other schools. Secondly, in some countries, schools belong to a particular group, sometimes as large as 200 or 300 schools in a group, and they collaborate and network with schools within their own groups. And very often in the same city or in the same country, there's another group that are also operating in the same geography, but very often these two groups rarely collaborate, rarely network. In fact, often they are in competition with each other. Thirdly, in certain countries, we see thriving collaboration through a national association of some sort in those countries. Now, Islamic schools have existed for a very long time, and the rapid growth in the last 2 or 3 decades was significantly inspired by the World Conference on Muslim Education held in Mecca in 1977, some 48 years ago. And while remarkable progress has been made, one project that remains to be realized was the creation of a unified global body to connect Islamic schools, Islamic school associations, organizations, educators and researchers, and anybody connected to Islamic schools. Inspired by a deep and profound sense of Ummah consciousness, the Global Association of Islamic Schools was founded with the aim to connect Islamic schools globally, to build global solidarity, and to promote a culture of excellence amongst Islamic schools throughout the world. Our purpose is clear. We exist to facilitate and develop high-quality Islamic schools globally. We can do this because at the heart of our value proposition lies the collective intellectual and human capital within our rich and diverse global membership. The Global Association of Islamic Schools serves as a global platform where the rich tapestry of knowledge, wisdom, and experience converge, creating a dynamic force for the advancement of Islamic education worldwide. In this rapidly evolving world, Global Association of Islamic Schools stands as a global nexus of Islamic education, where unity of purpose, excellence, and progress converge to shape the future of generations to come, inshallah. As for the second part of my presentation, fasten your seatbelts as we get ready for takeoff. Today, I am delighted to announce the next exciting and transformative initiative of the Global Association of Islamic Schools. Excellence Beyond Borders, a global school leaders educational tour exploring Australia's Islamic schools of excellence. We plan to create a unique learning experience for selected school leaders from around the world to visit and dive deep into the thriving Islamic school community in Australia, inshallah. Why Australia, you might ask? The answer is simple. Australia is home to a thriving Muslim community, and its Islamic schools are leading the way, blending academic excellence with Islamic values. Their success stories are not just their own, but can serve as valuable lessons for all of us who strive to also create nurturing, holistic, faith-driven educational environments. In our experience through the Global Association of Islamic Schools, connecting and communicating with schools across the world, it appears that the Australian Islamic schools are better resourced than most in other countries, primarily because of the generous financial support from the state in Australia. This tour is not just another trip. It is a rare and unique opportunity for us to witness firsthand how these schools are breaking new ground, incorporating innovative approaches, achieving outstanding academic results, while still earning the recognition for their dedication to fostering a strong sense of Muslim identity and values in their students. This transformative experience is aimed at knowledge sharing, cleaning best practices, collaboration and networking across borders, and enriching the leadership perspectives of schools' principals. The goal is clear: to inspire and to exchange ideas that will empower us to take our own institutions to new heights. This is a journey that promises to be both enlightening and transformative. Our tour is designed to be more than just a series of school visits. It is a chance for professional growth and networking, where we will engage in meaningful discussion with a diverse group of educational leaders. We will engage in daily feedback and reflection sessions to discuss insights and inspirations from the day's activities and explore how these could be applied to our own institutions when we return to our home countries. In the company of global school leaders, we will curate roundtable discussions and provoke and provide opportunities to dive deep into topics of mutual interest, such as curriculum development initiative, student engagement, the role of technology and AI in education, and strategies for appraisal and staff retention, and many others. But it's not all about formal learning. We will have time to reflect, to bond, and to build lasting relationships that cross borders and continents. We will dine together, pray together, and share our aspirations for the future of Islamic education. This journey is as much about building a global community as it is about individual growth. The proposed date for this extraordinary journey is sometime in May 2025, inshallah. In order to facilitate the ease of travel and school visits, this tour will of necessity be limited to a small number of participants. To ensure a truly global experience, participation in this tour will be through an application process with preference given to active school leaders from diverse countries to foster a truly global networking and collaborative experience. This remarkable journey, ladies and gentlemen, I believe will have a profound impact not only on your own school, but on the broader community of Islamic schools worldwide. If successfully executed, we can replicate such school learning tours to other parts of the world in the future, inshallah. In conclusion, the path to Islamic school excellence knows no boundaries, as we've learned. By coming together, by sharing our successes, sharing our challenges, sharing our aspirations for the future, we strengthen the very foundations of Islamic education worldwide. Let us embark on this journey with open minds and open hearts, ready to learn, ready to grow, ready to lead. The future of Islamic education is bright, and together we will continue to shape it, one school at a time, one leader at a time, one community at a time. I look forward to being of service to you as we embark on this journey to co-create the future of Islamic education, to foster unity and empower high-quality Islamic schools globally, inshallah. I pray that Allah guide our efforts with sincerity, ease and success, inshallah. I thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakallah khair. Please make sure you make dua for Brother Zafar and his family and everyone who has been working hard to make this happen for these last several days. So with that, Dr. Aida, is there anyone else, what's next on the agenda?
Jazakallah khair, Brother Habib. Jazakallah khair, Brother Zafar. Very inspiring, truly inspiring. I was privileged and honored to join the membership of the Global Association of Islamic Schools in its early stages in 2022. And from that moment on, everything became barakah. And the intention to work for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continued, inshallah. We need to introduce an esteemed scholar. This esteemed scholar is Professor Emeritus Dato Dr. Osman Bakr. MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. He is the Chair of Epistemology and Civilization Studies and Renewal at ISTAC, Alim, and Emeritus Professor of Philosophy of Science at the University of Malay. Formerly Distinguished Professor and Director of Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Center for Islamic Studies, University of Brunei, Darussalam, and Malaysia Chair of Islam and Southeast Asia at Georgetown University, Dr. Osman is the author of 44 books and numerous articles on various aspects of Islamic thought and civilization. MashaAllah. His most well-known book is Classification of Knowledge in Islam, which was published in 1992. He has been named amongst the 500 most influential Muslims in the world since 2009. He was made a dato by the Sultan of Pahang in 1994 and a datuk by the King of Malaysia in the year 2000. He has recently been appointed as the 7th Rector of International Islamic University in Malaysia. I'd like to invite to the stage to honour us Dr. Osman Bakr.
Can I take your place here? Is that okay? بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Sister, moderator, and brother, co-moderator, respected brother Zafar, founder, president of GAIS, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to GAIS for inviting me to this gala dinner and to be back after being with you yesterday. So I'm given 5 to 10 minutes. I won't take that 10 minutes. I think I just want to say a few words because tonight is supposed to be not a night for talking about very, very heavy thing. Tonight we want to have to enjoy our dinner, and therefore just I thought I would like to take this opportunity in conformity with the theme of the conference to appeal or to tell you, to share with you this message that in talking about revival rooted in tradition, one element, there are many elements, but just one, just the short time that I had, that I would to pay attention to with regard to this revival rooted in tradition, to revive the mathematical tradition Islam, the teaching of mathematics in Islamic schools. We know very well in the West, in the Western world, mathematics is known as the queen of the sciences. The queen, not king. It's very interesting why it is called queen and not king. Well, according to the story, it's called queen because, of course, first of all, the beauty of that. She's the queen because she's beautiful. So the message here, mathematics is a very, very beautiful subject. Beautiful. So you should be attracted to that subject. If you are not, there's something wrong with you. It is a very beautiful subject. Those, mathematicians, distinguished mathematicians, especially the Muslim mathematicians in the past, they love mathematics because of the beauty. Even in the modern world, Albert Einstein say, if it is beautiful, then it must be true. Yeah? A formula, if a mathematical formula is beautiful, simple, then it must be true. And conversely, if it is true, then it must be beautiful. Because truth and beauty cannot be separated from each other. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is both the truth, al-haq, and the beautiful, al-jameel. Now, mathematics is not just about beauty. It is about power. That's this queen. So this queen is more powerful than the king. There was a time when in the past history we have that many queens who are more powerful. So mathematics. Those who are engineers, who are architects, you name. Is there any subject in which mathematics is absent? You can't. There must be some presence of mathematics. The difference only whether it is little or much. But you cannot come across any subject. You can't do anything without mathematics. So the mathematical tradition in Islam, of course, apart from being that emphasis on beauty, on power, but it's one more thing. In the modern world, people study mathematics just for the sake of practical things, for calculation, to calculate things, all right? Basically, it's quantitative, to deal with quantities. Mathematics, the image of mathematics today, in the modern world, it is only to do with quantity, as I mentioned yesterday. Quantity. You perform operation, you add, you subtract, you multiply, you divide, right? You calculate, and many of these things are already taken over by machines, all right? But don't worry. Mathematics is not going to go away just because we have invented machines that can count, calculate much faster than it. Because mathematics is not just about that. Mathematics is also about qualities. This is the few minutes that I have here to talk about. Mathematics is about qualities. It's about a way of thinking. That's why to study mathematics, as Islamic school should do, is to study this qualitative aspect of mathematics. And of course, to talk about that, do not forget that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah is the supreme mathematician. Supreme mathematician. To study mathematics is also to study about theology. It's about metaphysics. Mathematics is the bridge. I'm talking about different bridge now. It's the bridge, mathematics is the bridge between physics and metaphysics. Mathematics is the bridge between science and theology. Mathematics is that bridge between the earth and the heavens. That's a very important role of mathematics as a bridge. But not to forget, Allah is the supreme mathematician. One of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran is Al-Musawwir. You know, Al-Musawwir. Musawwir has to do with form, the giver of forms. And of course, you learn geometry. Geometry is about forms. Even arithmetic is about form. Music is about form. Astronomy is about forms, dealing with form. Yeah? Allah is Al-Musawwir. One of my friends in Australia, he converted to Islam. So he became Muslim, and then had a son. He named his son Abdul Musawwir. Musawwir, just to get a name. Yeah? But if we study the Quran, we see many mathematical activities of God in the Quran. Allah counts, Allah calculates, yeah. But again, I want to emphasize that there are qualities that are more important than that. Mathematics studies equality, equation through equation. Mathematics studies equilibrium. Mathematics studies balance. Mathematics studies balance, equilibrium, all that. So all these things are qualities studied by mathematics. So I think it is, I just would like to say this because I hope that, as in the past, Islamic schools do not neglect the teaching of mathematics. This is one aspect of revival, to revive the mathematical tradition where we don't only learn quantities but also qualities, and most important of all, when you want to differentiate between Allah as Ahad, Allah as Wahid, what's the difference? This is for you to reflect. I also have asking now them to contemplate. You have asked them to contemplate, now I'm asking them to contemplate. What is the difference between Wahid and Ahad? Allah is the one, but there are two kinds of one. The number one, basically, is mathematics. So the first language that Allah taught to human being was the language of mathematics. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
So, mashallah, as you know, there was GAS, they did this survey, and they were looking at Islamic schools, and they asked students, what's their favorite time of the day at
Lunch.
school? You had to give it up like that. I was going to say a whole story.
You asked a question, I'm answering.
All right. So lunch, as you could see, plays a big part because, you learn, you get hungry. And when they did that for the research on Gala, especially for Muslim people, and anything about a school dinner or fundraiser is the food. So I think right now, after a few talks, we should feed them before we get to the next stuff. But what's your thoughts, Dr. Ada?
Before we feed everyone, I just want to thank again Professor Osman Bucket for feeding our minds and our hearts and our souls. Can we please put our hands together one more time? Jazakumullah khair. You are one of my inspirations, Professor. Secondly, I found the meter with the QR code. It's coming. We haven't forgotten about the contemplation, have we? What I'd like to ask you all to do is scan the QR code and select a bridge or a bike.
And
now we can start eating.
Now everyone should participate. You know, at school we tell all the kids to participate. Now if you're one of those who just don't want to do it, then why would your kids want to do this? Because remember, Allah is watching.
You're reviving your
right?
child,
God
right?
conscious, right? So we just want to make sure you're going to participate. You
They
might
have to. It's their child.
And some of you guys might be like, what is this bridge bicycle? But don't worry, Dr. Ada will explain it. It's what they do in Australia. You know, that's why we're going to go and visit them in March, because they do these things. So
other than jumping on the backs of kangaroos.
no, we don't. So please check this out.
Sorry? Okay.
And until that, what is happening for lunch?
The code is so for those who can't read the code or scan it, the Menti code is 26113876. So I'll say that again, 26113876. For those who came in late, the contemplation is that revival of Islamic education is your child. And so in raising that child, would you select a bridge or a bike to help you through that process?
That's some deep
Let's
thinking. Deep thinking. So this today, I mean, if one thing, you might have been increasing your brain power in these last few days, but I guarantee you some of you guys gained some weight. Because I know it's almost like Salah. It was like 5 times a day that we ate over here.
Really?
After like before, then the talk, then a snack, then lunch, then a talk, a snack, then a lunch. I had so much noodles. Well, you didn't?
Dinner.
Okay, sister, dinner's coming. That's 6. So yeah, this is a special dinner. It's in front of you, on the table. When you open it up, please don't all eat at once. Sharing is caring. Start from your right. Get some hasanat. Use your right hand. And who's going to say that eating dua? So this is like a school moment. Okay, everyone's all staying quiet, just like at school. No one wants to say it. But inshallah, we're going to trust that every one of you will do it, and on your own table. So inshallah ta'ala, please enjoy. In 15 minutes, we have a performance.
We do. We have a special performance by Choral Singings and Nasheed Group, and we'll present that after dinner, inshallah. Enjoy your meal.
15 minutes.
Just to let everyone know that you will be served the food at your table. Please stay seated, and the food will be uncovered by the hotel staff. Jazakallah khair. Yeah, I'm going to say something. Come back at 9:15.
the kids sing when they're eating, even 9, 10.
They should
to catch
sing
up.
now.
We'll just wait 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then
we'll ask them
have
to
up.
sing.
So I don't think we should wait 9:15 because they could eat and listen.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. Can we have
لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على دين الإسلام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على دين الإسلام لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Muhammad Muhammadur Rasulullah Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Amitna ala dinil Islam Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram Amitna ala dinil Islam La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah La ilaha illallah Muhammadur
Come. All right. Yeah. Go.
So as you guys keep eating and keep chewing and just don't talk to anyone and we could hear the performance, this way we could kind of make up some time too and we have an opportunity to see these amazing young ladies.
So I just want to introduce Al Amin Choral Singings. They will be singing a song, a nasheed titled Building Muslim Personality, Membina Peribadi Muslim, Sekolah Renda Islam Al Amin Keramat, established in 1986.
Bicara bermula dan salam sekampung. Kampung? Hah? Mana kampung? Mana orangnya? Ish. Mana? Tak nampak pun. Adalah tu di sana. Apa kabar orang kampung? Lama sudah tak berjumpa. Minta-minta semuanya di dalam sehat sejahtera. Apa kabar orang kampung? Syukurlah dapat berjumpa. Kirim-kirimlah berita, janganlah senyap sahaja. Hai, Assalamualaikum. Dengarkan. Membina peribadi Muslim. Lembut bicara tersusun kata. Budi bicara penuh berhema. Jauhi sifat suka sengketa. Peribadi mulia, harmoni dan rahmah. Apa itu membina peribadi Muslim? Sabda Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tidak akan tersesat umatku sekiranya berpegang kepada dua perkara, iaitu Al-Quran dan As-Sunnah. 10 muasafat tarbiyah bercirikan 10 asas membina peribadi Muslim. Ciri pertama, salimul akidah, akidah yang sejahtera. Ciri kedua, sahihul ibadah, ibadah yang benar. Ciri ketiga, matinul ulum, akhlak yang kukuh. Peradaban kita bangunkan, bina kota, bina insan. Dari budi jadi budaya, bina asas kemampanan. sekalian alam, contoh teladan dan peribadi yang terbaik.
Ikuti jejak langkah baginda, halusi ajaran Islam sebenar. Tunjukkan kepada semua, tidak kira bangsa dan agama.
Tapi, apa yang perlu saya buat?
Perkara mudah sahaja. Berbuat baik kepada keluarga, sanak saudara, rakan taulan, jiran dan semua komuniti masyarakat.
Buatlah baik sedaya upaya, hidup berbakti memberi cahaya, sumbu pelita tidak sia-sia, terbakar diri memberi cahaya. Oh, begitu.
Sopan santun, budi pekerti, ibu dan ayah ditaati, guru di sekolah mesti dihormati. Jadikanlah pakaian diri. Allah bersamaku, Allah melihatku.
Sekejap. Apa tu?
Kita mestilah satukan Allah. Ya, tak merasakan kehadirannya bila-bila masa dan di mana kita berada.
Jadi,
apabila kita ingat Allah, setiap perbuatan kita sentiasa dalam kebaikan dan akhlak pun terjaga.
oh, faham?
Perlu berakhlak dan sayang kepada haiwan juga.
Iya, sayang kepada hewan juga. Kok, miau, bek.
Ular. Ambil kayu bunuh ular itu.
Bertenang, jangan panik dulu. Perhatikan ular itu dan telefon 999. Ataupun minta bantuan JPAM.
Apa itu JPAM?
JPAM ialah Jabatan Pertahanan Awam Malaysia.
Yelah, cuaca dah panas sekarang. Mesti ular keluar nak mencari tempat untuk berlindung.
Bercakap tentang cuaca panas. Bukan aktiviti kita sahaja yang terbatas. Hasil tanaman dan ternakan juga terjejas.
Ya nak, tanaman banyak yang layu kerana hujan tak turun.
Kasihannya, ramai yang terkesan.
Kawan-kawan, apa kaitan ibadah dengan akhlak mulia? Tak fahamlah.
Ibadah adalah perintah Allah dan Rasulullah yang sangat penting. Sebelum kita solat, kita perlu berwuduk, menutup aurat dan solat dalam waktu.
Semua itu mendidik diri untuk mendisiplinkan diri kita seperti taat pada Allah, menepati waktu. Itu kan ciri-ciri akhlak mulia.
Oh, mengeluarkan zakat dan sedekah, membantu golongan yang memerlukan, pahala kita raih, suburkan kasih sayang, jalinan uhwah terbina.
Alhamdulillah.
Begitulah cara kita sempurnakan akhlak mulia, bersikap rahmah, timbal kasih sayang, sebarkan rahmah, nilai Islam terbina.
Akhlak Muslim sungguh mulia, disayang Allah, disenangi teman. Akhlak Muslim sungguh mulia, disayang Allah, disenangi teman. Sempurnakan tuntutan akhlak mulia.
Matinul khuluq adalah ciri ketiga. Apa tu? Akhlak mulia membina peribadi ummah.
Akhlak mulia adalah sikap yang perlu dimiliki oleh setiap Muslim.
Mencontohi akhlak Rasulullah adalah cara untuk menyebarkan dakwah kepada seluruh manusia, tidak kira bangsa dan agama. Uniknya,
hidup aman harmoni, saling hormat menghormati, saling memahami budaya dan adat Islam, pelbagai kaum, agama dan bangsa.
Ada kaum Melayu, ada kaum Cina, kaum India pun ada, suku Kadazan pun ada. Tapi ada di Sarawak ada. Jangan lupa Sabah.
Berbilang kaum, semuanya ciptakan negara.
oh tanah airku, bertuahnya
mulia kepada semua. Begitulah gambaran negara harmoni yang diinginkan, berteraskan akhlak mulia.
Kenali budaya kita, beramah mesra, menjaga adab dan akhlak, saling memaafkan, bertukar kepaduan, negara aman damai.
Kejayaan negara diukir di pesada dunia dengan keamanan dan semangat perpaduan. Maka lahirlah sebuah negara aman yang kita idam-idamkan.
Wahai anak Malaysia, kekalkanlah kami menghormati.
Berbilang kaum, berbilang bangsa, memakmurkan negara, berkukuh ekonomi, mengeratkan hubungan.
Demi membina masyarakat rohani.
Negara kita pikul bersama, kita satukan kaum dan bangsa.
Wahai anak Malaysia, kita satu matlamat.
Satukan visi dan misi negara tercinta.
Demi membina sebuah negara yang aman harmoni, berteraskan akhlak mulia.
Anak kecil main di padang.
Ewa,
main di padang di Tanjung Jati.
Ewa,
Jika ada umur yang panjang, bolehlah kita bersua lagi.
Kami akhiri di sini. Sekian, terima kasih. Salam keamanan. Assalamualaikum.
Jazakallah khair to these young ladies. May Allah bless you. Thank you for coordinating. Excellent job. So,
Brother Habib, I think we'll give everyone another, say, 5 to 10 minutes to finish their dinner before we continue with the program, inshallah.
And inshallah, after the program is for maybe another half an hour, right? So we want everyone to stay as we are going to be awarding some individuals.
Well, I think everyone is really excited to find out what the bridge or the bike game is all about. So I don't think anyone will be leaving tonight until we tell them.
All right.
Ya ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على دين الإسلام لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على دين الإسلام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على دين الإسلام لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على دين الإسلام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام أمتنا على دين الإسلام لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد
Where we are committed to nurturing, empowering, and transforming lives. Our mission is to create a safe and supportive space for growth, personal development, and lifelong learning within the special needs community. MIG Hub proudly support individuals with special needs, from young children to adults, fostering an inclusive environment where everyone has the chance to shine.
How are you?
Good. Education through initiatives like MIG Takeout and
What's all up? You got a break now? I think it'll be 10 more minutes. What do you use? You can break now? I think it'll be 10 more minutes. I had that fish earlier.
Continuously expand our services.
We get something going for your fish?
This is World Coffee Day. World Coffee Day. Join us in this mission of change.
It's not dramatic for you at all because all the options.
We have to have one.
I started back to the Fitra Mentoring Academy because I saw a decline in the emotional and spiritual well-being in the Muslim community. I wanted to find a way to bring up the morale of the adults and children in our ummah, help them be strong and resilient in their identity and in their faith. I could see the effect the lack of resilience was having in the upbringing of our young children and youth. And so I felt that the best place to start was working with parents and teachers and school communities. My goal was to teach them how to engage with children with confidence, compassion, and inner calm. Children have even come up to me and thanked me because their parents don't yell at them anymore. And the feedback that I've got from the children is incredible. Take a look at this. I want Muslims to know we are all okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran that He will never burden us with more than we can bear. So we must be okay.
Senyum bang, senyum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wait. 1, 2, 3. Assalamu alaikum. Parenting is a journey filled with ups and downs, but at the heart of it, it's all about building trust, connection, and love with our children.
Absolutely. As parents, we want to guide them to become the best version of themselves, but it starts with understanding their world, emotionally, physically, and spiritually.
And that's why we are passionate about sharing our experiences and research through our books and workshops, from raising children, teenagers with kindness and values,
to help them develop resilience, leadership, and a strong sense of purpose.
Together, we believe that the right balance of love and discipline, every child can thrive.
Join us at Cool Mom Super Dad Consultancy to discover how you can build a stronger bond with your children. Parenting with purpose for a better tomorrow.
At Shakhsiya schools, we nurture Shakhsiya Islamia. That is a sense of Muslim selfhood and a sense of purpose within children. We ask, who am I? What is my relationship with myself, with Allah, and with Allah's creations? At Shakhsiya schools, we work on the basis of 7 key educational principles derived from classical Islamic thought.
Shakhsiya Islamia is about actively, consciously choosing to be Muslim, understanding what Islam is, understanding the world around us, understanding everything else that other people might be saying, and yet committing to having a relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in Halakha, what we do is we give children an opportunity to sit down. We follow the prophetic methodology of sitting on the floor in a circle. It's about getting them to ask the question about what Islam means for the world today, in a world that often challenges Islam. They get to sit and think through those ideas and those questions and have that dialogue so that they're ready to live their Islam in the wider world.
Join us as we delve deeper into innovative practices in Islamic pedagogy conducted at our school.
All right. I can see that everyone is satisfied and happy. Everyone's talking. We all have rosy cheeks. The food must have been delicious. The company is even better. Habib, we should get started with the second half of the program.
Yes. So I know as you guys will be eating, you guys have been so good, we're going to give you guys sweets. So as you eat your sweets, we're going to have Dr. Ada introduce a few people that we want to recognize for their work in education. Dr. Ada, if you could share those names.
Absolutely. Okay. Brother Zafir, are you ready? Inshallah. Yeah. Okay, so time for some recognitions, inshallah, and these are especially special for the Global Association of Islamic Schools, but also for our hosting country and scholarship that is coming out of Malaysia, mashallah, tabarakallah. There are a few distinguished and esteemed scholars in the field of Islamic education that we cannot but acknowledge. What I'd like to do is, in absentee, I'd like to speak about, and I'm extremely, extremely humbled to be chosen to present this biography of a renowned scholar in Islamic education. Tansri Professor Dr. Sayyid Muhammad Al-Naqib bin Ali Al-Attas. Professor Al-Attas has made significant contributions in the domains of the Islamization of contemporary knowledge and of Muslim education. He is the author of authoritative works on various aspects of Islamic thought and civilization, particularly on Sufism, cosmology, metaphysics, philosophy, and Malay language and literature. Notably, he is acknowledged for formulating the general theory of Islamization in the Malay, Indonesia archipelago, earning recognition from Malay historians. Among Tansri Sayyid Naqib's contributions to the field of Islamic studies are the conceptualizations of the Islamic University and the founding of the International Institute of Islamic Thought and Civilization in 1987. Tansri Sayyid Naqib gained recognition internationally, listed among the 500 most influential Muslims in 2010. He was also honored with accolades such as the Iqbal Sanitary Commemorative Medal in 1979, an honorary Doctorate of Arts from the University of Khartoum in 1995, and recognition from the Organization of Islamic Conference and the Russian Academy of Sciences. Also in recognition of Tansri Muhammad Naqib Al-Attas, I would like to share this 1-minute video and indulge in his wisdom, mashallah.
The birds have been flying for more than 50,000 years, I think. We don't know. And yet they know their places. They know themselves. I mean, the eagle does not fly at the level of the sparrows. It does not make the nest also down there. It's always up at the top.
If you could perhaps really summarize what you think is the essential crises taking place right now in the Muslim world.
I said it is the loss of adab. But of course the word adab that I'm using, I think I have understood it according to what I understand to be perhaps the very early meaning of that word. Adab is a reflection of wisdom, because this comes from the knowledge of the prophets. It is not something you get from universities or even from knowledge, because people sometimes have knowledge but have no adab.
In absentee of our Honorable Professor Tansri Sayyid Naqib, I ask Brother Zafir to present the award to the audience on his behalf in recognition. So just take a photo. Can we please give a round of applause? We also have another award, and this award is for Emeritus Professor Dato Dr. Osman Bakr.
So the president of Atas Institute is here.
Who?
He's the head of CASIS, which is the Institute of Sayyid
Please,
Khalifa. So he
they
could
told us.
represent.
If he will,
Yeah,
please.
he would.
What is his name?
Dr. Shah.
Jazakallah khair. Dr. Halmi. Jazakallah khair. Okay, if we can continue. Jazakallah khair. While you are there, Brother Zafir, I'd just like to go through again Dr. Osman's Bakr esteemed contribution to scholarship and to Islamic education. Just in the reiteration of his contribution to epistemology, civilization studies and renewal, Dr. Osman Bakr, as a professor of philosophy of science, has definitely inspired and made significant contributions to the theoretical knowledge of Islamic sciences and history. Our last award for individual contributions is for Professor Emeritus Tansri Dato Zulkifli bin Abdul Razak, who as well we are distributing this award in absentee. Zulkifli Abdul Razak was the former rector of the International Islamic University of Malaysia. He was the Vice Chancellor of USM from 2000 to 2011. He is the immediate President of the IAU, a UNESCO-affiliated organization based in Paris. He was the convener of the REC on Education for Sustainable Development, based in USM, beginning 2005. Duzul was the first Asian recipient of the prestigious 2017 Gilbert Medal. He is a Fellow of the Academy of Sciences in Malaysia, the World Academy of Art and Science, and the World Academy of Islamic Management. He was the 5th Vice Chancellor, President of University Sans Malaysia from 2000 to 2011, and a member of the World Health Organization Expert Advisory Panel on Drug Policy. In absentee, can we give a round of applause to Professor Emeritus Tansuri Dato Zulkifli bin Abdul Razak. I now turn to some awards for some extremely significant organizations who are making, we have one more individual award. Sorry. I think I ate too much. The final individual award is for our colleague, our friend, our inspiration, Dr. Samir Mahmood. Dr. Samir Mahmood is currently an academic director of Usul Academy. He is also a lecturer on the Diploma of Islamic Psychology at the Cambridge Muslim College. Recently, he was assistant professor at the Lebanese American University. He has a Bachelor of Arts in Honours in Anthropology and Politics with a focus on multicultural theory and comparative religion, and a Master of Arts in Architectural History, Theory, Urban Design with a focus on the traditional townscape from the University of New South Wales in Sydney. He also holds a Master of Philosophy in Theology and Religious Studies with a focus on comparative philosophy and aesthetics. He completed a PhD in Islamic Studies from the University of Cambridge under the supervision of Dr. Timothy Whitner, Sheikh Abdul Hakim Murad. Can Dr. Samir, can we ask you please to come up and accept this award? You've taken it. Thank you. Okay, now we turn to the organizations. The first award will go to the Malaysian Islamic Youth Movement. The ABIM was formed in 6th of August 1971 by the Faculty of Islamic Studies, National University of Malaysia. The movement was initially characterized by efforts to coordinate, intensify Muslim youth activism, and its outreach focused primarily on educational activities. In 1980, ABIM began developing several vehicles for both missionary and economic outreach, including primary and secondary schools. Overseas activism became a feature of ABIM's outreach in 1990 as the organization involved itself in mission and humanitarian work in countries such as Bosnia, Herzegovina, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Several former leaders of ABIM are now prominent leaders in Malaysia. Can I please ask Haj Ahmed Fahmi Mohd Samsuddin to come up and collect the award? Jazakallah khair. The next organizational award goes to Pertubuhan Ikram Malaysia. Pertubuhan Ikram Malaysia is a Malaysian non-government Islamic organization established in 2009. Ikram is a da'wah education and welfare organization that cares about the affairs of the general public in line with the teachings and way of life of Islam. It strives to uphold Islamic law in Malaysia as a blessing to the whole world. Ikram's goals are spreading the message of Islam through da'wah, as well as defending it from falsehood and conspiracy, gathering the hearts and souls of Muslim individuals on the basis of Islam building morals, raising socio-economic status of Muslims, and cultivating community justice and social well-being, as well as combating ignorance, poverty, moral decay, and encouraging charity work regardless of race or religion. Fighting for the rights of Muslims and trying to increase unity and solidarity among them. Establishes relations and cooperations with any party in advancing the interest of Muslims and cooperates with any organization that has a parallel objective to advance the interests of Islam's and Muslims and society. Can I kindly ask Haj Badlisha Sham bin Bahrain to come up and collect this award? Sorry? Oh, at the end. I'll do this for you. Our final award, organizational award, is for the International Islamic University of Malaysia. The ILM was established in 1983 and continues to be a beacon of scholarship to date. It is inspired by the worldview of Tawheed and Islamic philosophy of the unity of knowledge, as well as its concepts of holistic education, and aims to become a leading international center of excellence in education, research and innovation. Can I ask Professor Osman Bakr to collect this award? It's on the table. Let him stay up there.
Is he going to be next?
Yeah. I want you to take the microphone.
So should I? So do you want? Should I grab him and be like, hey, where are you going? I'll call you up.
You stand here and talk. I'll go up. Haj Ahmed, تفضل. Yes, تفضل. تفضل. Let him stand there. I'm going to go talk to him. Brother Zafir, can you stand there?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. يقول الحق تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, said in the Quran, فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. Remember me and I shall remember you, and be grateful to me and do not be ungrateful. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَسَيَجْزِي اللَّهُ الشَّاكِرِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward those who are grateful and thankful. to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for His mercy and for all the blessings that He bestowed upon them. Having said that, I would like to take this opportunity in standing in the front of you on behalf of the steering committee that have been working tirelessly for several months in organizing this event for all of you. And I would like to share with you also this hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he said, "Man yashkuri nas lam yashkuri Allah." Who does not really thank those people for their good deeds, in reality he does not thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we take this opportunity first of all to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all the blessing and the support and the guidance and the protection and the blessing for us that are gathered tonight and to celebrate a great work in a great institutions. And also at the same time, we would like to recognize the efforts of the man behind these efforts, our dear brother Zafar Ahmed, who is the visionary behind that kind of an institution and that kind of a leadership that was very inspiring for all of us to be here with you. Although they have all the support of the steering committee member and all the volunteers, but he was, with his vision, with his dedication, with his support, alhamdulillah, we managed to be here today. So our gift that we are going to submit to him is a very symbolic, it's a small gift. It's a book titled Concept of Education in Islam by the Professor Dr. Sayyid Muhammad Naqib Al-Attas. This was a symbolic expression of love and respect and appreciation of such a great work, with the support of our wonderful team that rallying behind him from step to step, from achievement to achievement. So
You have a cheering squad, Brother Zafir. Jazakallah khair. I think it's also appropriate and important to acknowledge the hours, the days, the months, the years, the weeks, the minutes, the seconds. I'm trying to get everything all encapsulated into one, of the steering committee of the Global Association of Islamic Schools, the board of the Global Association of Islamic Schools, the tremendous community groups that have come together and worked on several different ideas and adventures that have been carried out in such a short period of time. Can we all please congratulate our unity in this umbrella called the Global Association of Islamic Schools. Okay. So just to bring some delight into our evening, we have another Anashid presentation. Sampi Jadi Records, established in 2020 by alumni of Muslas Islamic Private Schools, is an Islamic music label dedicated to spreading positive messages and promoting moral values grounded in Islamic teachings. The label has nurtured talented artists and bands such as The Prophecies, Aftermath, Afdal, Thawari, and Albert D, whose impactful works have resonated with listeners worldwide. With tracks like Mana, Mungakin, Casablanca Versi, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Salmanaya Malaysia, and Fitra, the label has garnered significant attention amassing between 220,000 to 200,000 views. I would like to present the Nasheed performance, the label, to come to stage, please. Thank you.
Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Allow us to sing 2 songs, and we would like to invite everyone to appreciate and to embrace the lyric, inshallah. Together, inshallah. صلى عليك الرحمن أزكى الصلاة والسلام يا ربي ارفع مقامه دوما في كل مكان سيدي يا محمد حبك روح الإيمان يا ربي أرجو لقاؤه يوما في دار السلام. Everywhere I hear your name being mentioned, the whole world talking about you, thought of being part of your nation, so proud to follow you. Day and night you sacrifice, led us from darkness to light, and I, until the end of my time, I will love you. صلى عليك الرحمن أزكى الصلاة والسلام يا ربي ارفع مقامه دوما في كل مكان سيدي يا محمد حبك روح الإيمان يا ربي أرجو لقاؤه يوما في دار السلام. يا حبيبي حبيبي يا محمد صلى عليك الرحمن حبك في كل مكان. يا حبيبي حبيبي يا محمد يا خير الأنام عليك أزكى السلام. يا حبيبي حبيبي يا محمد صلى عليك الرحمن حبك في كل مكان. يا حبيبي حبيبي يا محمد يا خير الأنام عليك أزكى السلام. يا حبيبي صلى عليك الرحمن أزكى الصلاة والسلام يا ربي ارفع مقامه دوما في كل مكان سيدي يا محمد حبك روح الإيمان. يا مؤمنين صلوا على النبي وسلموا تسليما.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد
اللهم
وعلى
صل
آل
على
محمد.
سيدنا محمد.
For the second song, inshallah, we would like to sing a song about our brothers and sisters in Gaza. So inshallah, tonight we are going to remember them together, inshallah. A blinding flash of white light lit up the sky over Gaza tonight. People running for cover, not knowing whether they are dead or alive. They came with their tanks and their planes, with ravaging fiery flames, and nothing remains, just a voice rising out in the smoky haze. We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in Gaza tonight.
Women and children alike, murdered and massacred night after night. Why the so-called leaders from countries afar debated on who's wrong and right? And the powerless words were in vain, and the bomb fell down like acid rain. Through the tears and the blood and the pain, we can still hear that voice through the smoky haze.
We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in Gaza tonight. We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in the night without a fight. We will not go down
in Gaza tonight.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Let us all pray for our brothers and sisters in Gaza, inshallah. That's all from us. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Takbir.
Takbir.
That was definitely a very moving performance. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. I think we need to keep ourselves together, I think. Sorry? I'm going home. A dear friend of mine in Sydney, I just want to share this story. This is part of my reflection for tonight's event and the Global Association of Islamic Schools retreat that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala privileged me to attend. A dear friend of mine in Sydney lost 14 members of his family in Gaza in the first week. He's a colleague and a dear friend. And his name is Khalil, Dr. Khalil Al-Jarjawi. He came to work the day after he found out that his family had entered Jannah, Jannat al-Firdaus. And I looked at him and I said, how are you here? How are you able to function? And then he said to me that before his mother passed away, before the events that are unfolding, the genocide that's unfolding in Gaza, his mother gave him some words of wisdom. We must continue our journey in Islam. Regardless of the events that are unfolding, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given Ahl Gaza the barakah and the privilege of experiencing the hardships that they are experiencing. We must continue our journey in Islam. And he's reminded of that every single day. Regardless of where we live, regardless of what we do, our job is to continuously work for Allah. So, keep it together, Ada. I want to now share with you the bridge and the bike contemplation. What I'm extremely grateful for is the amount of people who actually selected and contemplated this child of theirs, the revival of Islamic education. Can we have the meter up on the screen, please? It's going to surprise all of you. Just be patient a little bit. It's coming. So while we're waiting for the meter to come up, I think I'm going to talk about what the difference between the bridge and the bike, why I asked you to select that. So, as a facilitator of higher education, we too, scholars in higher education who teach, have to constantly engage their students. And so I like to play a game, particularly with master's students, MBA students, who are mainly managers, board members, general managers, professionals, CEOs, CFOs. Because when they come to our classes, they're very tired. They've just finished a long day work, and they come to our classes very tired. So I play this game called the bridge or the bike. And I ask them to create an image of something that is significant, something of social impact, and contemplate how they would raise that. Their selection of a bridge or the bike, and they play with these little, arts and crafts to build the bridge or the bike. And one thing that I realized over time is that there are more people who are willing to build bridges. In contemplating your child of the revival of Islamic education, 144 people in this room selected that they would pick a bridge. 52 people selected that they would pick a bike. Now, if we're going to identify from an organizational perspective what we mean by bike, what is the metaphorical imagery behind that analogy of a bike? A bike is about rational thinking. People who build bikes think rationally, make decisions, climb on the bike, and ride away into the sunset. They make decisions based on an understanding that they have a goal, they have a vision, it's all set, they get on the bike and just go. People who build bridges are engaging in deep contemplation. They are taking time to process, to really critically think about how the process of revival for Islamic education should emerge. Now, you might say to me, Ada, is one different from the other? Or is one better than the other? My response to that is, we build bridges in order to ride bikes. Because a bike needs a connection, a road, in order to be able to get on that vehicle and travel somewhere. But I think that we start with bridges. And if there's anything about this retreat that I've learnt over the last few days and will continue to learn for a very long time, is that we are building bridges. We are contemplating the future of Islamic education by building those bridges. I'd like to now call Brother Idris to give a vote of thanks before the dua, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for being patient with me and Brother Habib. Jazakumullah khair.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, the Lord of all the worlds, to whom we belong and to whom is our return, and may His choicest blessings go to the highest of Allah's creation, our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most generous in companionship, the most gentle in speech, the most eloquent ambassador to humanity at large, and the finest teacher. What a gift to all of us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As I was sitting there, I was contemplating what should be the sequence of my speech. After I saw the last presentation, like you, my beloved sister, I realized something that is fundamental, that we as educators, it is said we teach who we are. And inshallah, I pray that when we get back to our schools, we can have such a profound impact on our children, especially with the changing landscape. We can inspire them, empower them, and inshallah, they will have a deep and profound love for humanity at large, and the pain of the ummah will be their pain. I thought I'd just share that, and I like it. The second point I want to make, my beloved professor, Allah bless you. When I go back to South Africa, I'll tell my wife, I have another queen. She might die of shock. I hope not. So what is it? Mathematics, I'll say. My wife says, no problem, mathematics, long as you don't go off the tangent, is okay. And as I stand here, wanting to acknowledge the presence of all of you, those wonderful individuals whose names are never mentioned, but please believe me, Allah is a witness to what you have done. When you raised your hands in prayer, praying for the success of this function, those individuals who continue to work hard for the sake of the ummah. As I stand here, I remember, I recognize that we need to acknowledge that we are standing on the shoulders of giants. We need to also acknowledge people in our own company, like Dr. Seema, Brother Abdullah Idris, and others. And I'm also reminded, I'm so happy to see Yusuf Islam's daughter Hassana and Majid here. They themselves have worked so hard for Islamic education. I have no doubt in my mind the reward will be also theirs. But I have a little more challenging task, is to thank those individuals who have sponsored the program. As I stand here to speak, there are those individuals who give with the right hand and the left hand is unaware of it. Those individuals who have been the beneficiaries of such charity know who you are. And we do not mention you because of your own insistence. But indeed you are, we believe, an asset to the ummah, and I have no doubt your reward is with Allah. And I say to all of us, to myself firstly, that the last few days in the conference have been uplifting, inspirational, and many of us have been charged, energized. It'll be a sad day when we come to the next retreat and we ask each other, what have you implemented? What have you done? Allah has given us an amana at a time when the ummah is bleeding. So may Allah bless you, look after you, and protect you. May you go back and be a source of tremendous inspiration. Psychologists have said, how many? I've got a few hours, right? I'm just warming up here. Right. 2 minutes, right? Okay. Right. So anyway, psychologists have said, if you do not change within 48 hours after a presentation, it's unlikely you're going to change. So inshallah, would you go back and make a difference, inshallah? Some of us can make a difference by going back to the school, It reminds me of a cartoon that I saw where the mother is urging her son to get up from his sleep. He says, come on, get up, son. He says, I don't want to go to school. He said, why? No one likes me. The teachers don't like me. The students, no one likes me. He says, after all, son, you got to go back. You are the headmaster. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakumullah khair. Brother Idris, you never, ever leave us without joy. Alhamdulillah. Can we please finish this blessed gathering with a dua from Maulana Ibrahim Bam, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah to everyone for making this retreat and this gathering one of such great wonder and so beneficial. So before we lift up our hands in dua, let us always also just very importantly remember that in Islam education is not only it is a means towards an objective. It is not an objective in itself. And the objective of ilm and knowledge in Islam is to become a better human being. Otherwise, there are many people who have great degrees. Sometimes they are PhDs and they are MAs and they are masters. But yet at the same time, they might not be able to come closer towards Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes I make this observation, and this is the last point before we make the dua, that sometimes we have a person who is a PhD, and you ask him that what is your religious affiliation, and he says, I'm an agnostic. I don't believe in the existence of Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, although he might be a PhD. And you ask a 5-year-old Muslim child, who is your creator? And he say, my creator is Allah. And you say, what is the difference between the two? Here is a PhD student and one is a 5-year-old Muslim child telling you who is his creator. And therefore Allah Ta'ala in the Quran says, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. You won't find a better definition of ilm than what Allah Ta'ala has mentioned it. That the learned are those who fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The learned are those who fear Allah Ta'ala. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala used to say, he who does not fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can never be learned. So let us lift up our hands in du'as, and we start off by asking everyone to recite the Durood Sharif inshallah. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام تباركت ربنا وتعاليت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين يا الله يا أرحم الراحمين يا أول الأولين يا آخر الآخرين يا راحم الضعفاء والمساكين. Oh Allah, you are our creator. Ya Allah, you are the first of the first. You are the last of the last. Ya Allah, you are the one who is most compassionate and most merciful. And we ask of you, Ya Allah, your compassion and your mercy and your forgiveness. Ya Allah, there is a barrier in us receiving sometimes your mercy and your forgiveness. And that is the barrier of our shortcomings and our sins and our transgression. Ya Allah, we ask of you to remove our transgression. Your beloved Habib sallallahu alayhi wasallam informed us that whoever is regretful with regard to the wrong that he has committed, and he turns towards you in repentance, then you forgive them most readily. Ya Allah, no one amongst us is proud of the wrongs that we have done. Each and every one is regretful of every wrong that we have done. And on the basis of this, we turn towards you in repentance. Our sins are many, but your forgiveness is even more than that. Allahumma maghfiratuka awsa'u min dhunubina. Your forgiveness is far more vast and greater than all our collective transgression. And we have more hope in your mercy than what we have in our amal and our deeds. Ya Allah, you guide us upon the right path. Allahumma hdina wahdi bina waj'alna sababan liman ihtada. Oh Allah, grant us guidance. Let us be the means of guidance. And Ya Allah, keep us steadfast upon your right path, upon Islam, until the day we die, Ya Allah. Allah, there is no guarantee with regard to us dying with Iman. Therefore, we beseech you, Allahumma laqqina hujjat al-imani inda al-mamat. Oh Allah, inspire us with Iman at the time of our death. And Allahumma thabbitna ala al-iman. Ya Allah, keep us steadfast upon Iman. Wa amitna ala al-iman. And let us die with Iman. Wa ashurna yawm al-qiyamah. And resurrect us on the day of Qiyamah with Iman. There is no greater asset than Iman, Ya Allah, and therefore we beseech of you, Ya Allah, Iman, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, it is a very same concern for us and our children with regard to their future Iman that we have gathered here, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, accept our gathering, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, give our intentions, Ya Allah, reward our intentions. And whatever deliberations that we have done with regard to the future of our children, and with regard to the education of the Ummah, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, accept our deliberation, and Ya Allah, let us implement it, and let it be a means of goodness for us, our communities, our children, and the Ummah, Ya Allah. Allahumma aghnina bil ilm. Oh Allah, make us independent through the means of knowledge. Allahumma aghnina bil ilm wa zayyinna bil hilm. Ya Allah, adorn us with hilm and tolerance. Wa akrimna bil taqwa. And Ya Allah, honor us with taqwa. Wa jammilna bil afiyah. And beautify us by granting us your well-being, Ya Allah. And Ya Allah, above all, Ya Allah, we ask of you to accept, and Ya Allah, guide us upon the right path. Help us. Allahumma waffiqna wa waffiq al-muslimina jami'a lima tuhibbu wa tarda min al-qawli wal-amali wal-fi'li wal-niyyati wal-hadi wal-huda. Oh Allah, bring us together. Allahumma waffiqna wa waffiq al-muslimina jami'a, and all the Muslims upon that which you love and you are pleased with in our speech, in our actions, in our intentions, in our hidayat and guidance. And above all, Ya Allah, lastly we ask of you, Ya Allah, never leave us even for a moment, even to the extent of the blinking of an eyelid, without your protection, without your guide, without your assistance in every step, in every endeavor of our life. قال الله تعالى في شان حبيبه إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه كلما ذكره الذاكرون وصل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه كلما غفل عن ذكره الغافلون سبحان ربنا رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم.
Jazakumullah khair. That is the close of the 2024 Global Association of Islamic Schools Gala Dinner. May you all have a blessed evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Al-Furqan Foundation, the largest Quran publisher in the US and a leading center for da'wah since 2003. Our mission is to share the profound message of the Quran through the 5 rights. Al-Furqan Foundation is the global publisher of the clear Quran. Our books are on their way to communities around the world. Each book passed along is an opportunity to enlighten and inspire. In classrooms around the world, the Clear Quran books are engaging young minds with stories and lessons. Our children's book series includes the Clear Quran for Kids, the Clear Seerah for Kids, and Quran Made Easy, designed to simplify important concepts. Learning on the go with the Clear Quran app, bringing knowledge to your fingertips. Our YouTube channel offers a wide variety of educational videos, enriching minds with every view. Visit our booth to learn more.
Jamia Islamia Ishatul Ulum Akkal Kuwa campus is one of the most versatile and vibrant educational campuses in India, established by the eminent Islamic scholar Maulana Ghulam Muhammad Wastanwi in 1979. This campus stands as a beacon of education and development in one of the most backward and underprivileged tribal districts of India. Akkal Kuwa has now transformed into a city of knowledge, attracting over 14,887 students from across the country. This 100 acres plus campus with scores of Islamic and modern educational institutions offers best of the Islamic education starting from Diniya till Iftar and modern education from nursery till post-graduation. Departments of Alimiyat and specialization in diverse Sharia disciplines are known for their quality. Jamia and its branches have nurtured more than 7,000 ulama so far. Similarly, Jamia may be the first Islamic institute which offers many skill-based courses to its students, besides many vocational courses like computer training, robotics training camps, English language and personality development workshops with the best of experts. The campus also runs colleges of engineering, medical, pharmacy, law and education. Its Urdu and English medium schools offer the best education and modern facilities and rank among the best in the whole district. Sheikh Wastanwi did not limit his mission education to Akkal Kuwa only. That's why Jamia has 116 residential branches spread across 19 states of this country. An MBBS medical college at Badnapur is the only Muslim management-run private medical college in the state of Maharashtra, where 85% students get medical education on a very concessional fee. After having worked for the community for almost half a century, Jamia strongly feels that education can mainly change the present situation of the community. Hence, it has set a Vision 2030 for establishing a university for Ummah. The proposal for the GM Wastanwi University has been submitted to the government authorities and the letter of intent would be received very soon. In the meantime, the construction work has been started for the said university.
Al-Furqan Foundation, the largest Quran publisher in the US and a leading center for da'wah since 2003. Our mission is to share the profound message of the Quran through the 5 rights. Al-Furqan Foundation is the global publisher of the clear Quran. Our books are on their way to communities around the world. Each book passed along is an opportunity to enlighten and inspire. In classrooms around the world, the Clear Quran books are engaging young minds with stories and lessons. Our children's book series includes the Clear Quran for Kids, the Clear Seerah for Kids, and Quran Made Easy, designed to simplify important concepts. Learning on the go with the Clear Quran app, bringing knowledge to your fingertips. Our YouTube channel offers a wide variety of educational videos, enriching minds with every view. Visit our booth to learn more.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Malaysia. We at Iqra Asia are on a quest to make excellent Islamic curriculum affordable and easily available in this region and beyond. We are honored to represent Iqra International Education Foundation as their authorized distributor. Iqra International Educational Foundation is at the forefront of researching and advancing Islamic knowledge. Drawing from the expertise of over 150 scholars and educators, our books and curriculum are used in over 1,000 schools worldwide. We operate the largest Islamic bookstore and mail order service in the United States. Iqra's teacher training program has been implemented in hundreds of schools, and we helped pioneer the first standardized test in Islamic studies. For over 40 years, Iqra has been the leader in promoting quality Islamic education in North America and around the world. For inquiries, please email us at contact@iqra-asia.com or WhatsApp us at +65 8122 3131.
Welcome to MIG Hub, where we are committed to nurturing, empowering, and transforming lives. Our mission is to create a safe and supportive space for growth, personal development, and lifelong learning within the special needs community. At MIG Hub, we proudly support individuals with special needs, from young children to adults, fostering an inclusive environment where everyone has the chance to thrive. But our work doesn't stop at education. Through initiatives like MIG Takeout and our MIG Academy courses, we empower not only our students, but also their caregivers and educators, each a step forward, making a lasting impact on lives. Our vision? To continuously expand our services, reaching more families and communities worldwide, ensuring that no one is left behind. Join us in this mission of change. Together, we can make a difference and empower the special needs community for a brighter future.
I started Back to the Future Mentoring Academy because I saw a decline in the emotional and spiritual well-being